parts of a fraction. Everyone has part of a body. Is that not true? So also we have different parts of a fraction. Let's see what each part tells us. So a fraction is usually written as a number. Let's say I have 1 separated by a dash on top of another number like this. So when numbers are written like this, it tells us that we only have a part of a whole. 1 over 3. What does this mean? This tells us that there is a whole that has been divided into 3 parts. 3 parts. And what we have, or what we are laying emphasis on, or what we are asking question about is 1. What this means is that I have 1 out of 3. Okay, now I have how many? 2 out of 3. Okay, let's see again. Now I have all of the 3. So now that I have all of it, 3 out of 3, if you simplify this, means that I have all. I have all of it, which is 1. Whole number. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So when we see parts of a fraction written like this, the number on top, which we call the numerator, tells us the number of parts that we have. And the number below, which is the denominator, D for down, that's for you to be able to remember, D for down, tells us the number of parts that the whole was divided into. So let's see and try to represent these fractions. Now, this was divided into 2. So my denominator will be 2. Also, let's say we have 1 part shaded. How many parts do we have shaded? We say we have 1 out of 2. 1 over 2. Okay, let's see the second one. This was divided into how many? 3 parts. So our denominator will be 3. How many parts do we have shaded? I have 2 out of 3. That's what makes it a fraction. If you just say 2, it doesn't give a complete information because I have 2 out of 3 shaded. Okay, so how many parts is unshaded? 1 out of 3. Is that not so? Now let's see this. How do we represent this fraction? How? Divided into how many parts? 1, because there's no division anywhere. How many parts do I have shaded? 1. So I have 1 over 1, which tells me the whole of it, the entire of it. Right? So when we have all the parts of a fraction, it gives us a whole number. Okay? So let's see this. How many parts was this divided into? 4. That's the denominator, down. How many parts is shaded? I have 2. 2 out of 4 parts shaded. That's how to represent a fraction. Okay, so let's see some real life examples. What fractions are girls in this picture? What fractions are girls? How many people do we have there in the first list? 1, 2, 3. That's my denominator because I have 3. How many of them are girls? 1 out of 3 are girls. 1 over 3. In the second picture, it's not the same. Now we also have how many people? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, how many of them are girls? What fraction are girls in this instance? I have 1 girl and another girl. So in this case, I have 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 students in this class are girls. Is that fine? Okay, so let's see. What fraction are security officers? Okay, just by looking at the picture, we can see that these are uniformed men. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. But how many people do we have there in the first place? I have 6. 6 people, or 6 men, gentlemen. How many of them? What fraction are security officers? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 out of 6 being security officers. Okay, 4 people out of 6 people, security officers, giving this picture. So when we talk about fractions, we talk about the part that we have, or the part that we are laying emphasis on, which is our numerator, okay? And the denominator, which is the down, D for down, is the number of parts that the whole was divided into. I hope you are keeping a good note. Next lesson, we will talk about types of fractions. Next lesson, we'll talk about types of fractions. Remember, you can achieve whatever you put your mind to achieve. Bye-bye.